and go and do that. Because before you know it, you're gonna be dead. Aren't you? And you know that I know that you know it's the truth. Come on, get up. Do you, please? Thank you. Hello. We are in the building. It is I, the Big Willy Bongo. Big Willy Bongo, you know. Who the hell is Big Willy Bongo, Reuben? Actually, imagine Big Willy Bongo. He'll have the biggest willy this side of the Thames. The old Big Willy Bongo. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the Big Willy Bongo or who he may be. I wonder what he's doing right now. What day is it? Friday. I wonder what Big Willy Bongo's up to, man. Shit, man. He must be chilling today. Anyway, welcome to the Do You Show. My name is Reuben Christian. For those that are new to the concept, Do You is not about being at home doing you, as in masturbating powerfully or even subtly. No, it's nothing to do with that. It's about conversations with myself and other doers, people that have found their calling and are going all out to make those dreams a reality. They have found what they need to do with their life and they are doing it, and it makes them happy and their life is fruitful and pleasant. That's what Do You is about. Today's guest is another friend of mine, just smashing through my friends, as terrible as that sounds. His name is Mo Gilligan. He's a comedian. Online, his website is mogilligan.co.uk and his Twitter and Insta handles are /Mo the Comedian. I used to host a show called Something for Sunday back in the day down in Shoreditch. And it was a pleasure to have Mo grace the stage. They got him closing a lot of the times because he's absolutely sick at what he does. Mate, if you haven't heard of Mo, check him out and go and see one of his live shows, because this guy can host really well. He connects with the audience really well. He's calm, collected, not over the top. His punchlines are bang on, and his characters, holy smiglets, his characters are sick. I love this dude, and the interview is with him today. For those that don't know me, my name is Reuben Christian. You can check out my work on reubenchristian.com. That's REUBEN, Christian spelled like the religion.com. And all my social handles, if you want to stalk me, it's /Reuben Christian, other than Instagram, which is Reuben Christian #1. On the end. Just to let everybody know, the reason I'm doing these Do You shows, I was inspired by two things from one man. There's one TED Talk by a guy called Sir Ken Robinson. A lot of you would have seen this. Some of you may be new to it. Check out his TED Talk on why schools kill creativity. It blew my mind, man, and it kind of got me doing this stuff. And also then I went on to read his book called The Element, How Finding Your Passion Can Change Everything. Please read that book before you die. Give it to someone for Christmas. It changes the game, man. It's all about finding your key elements and, again, just doing that for the rest of your life. What else do I need to say before we go? That's it. This interview is beautiful. If you want to contact me for anything, please do so. Check this interview out, man. Mo at fairgroundlondon.com. Boom shaka lacquer. Do you find out what you're here to do and go and do that? Because before you know it, you're gonna be dead. This is just basically gonna keep rolling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
If that turns around, just try.
So I just kind of move it here, yeah?
You wanna try to keep this fucking right there. Did you know what?
Yeah, that should be alright. Let me sit up then.
Can you hear that? This is how women's feel when we just keep putting it in their face. Have you ever done that, bro? Have you ever just left it? Have you? Have you just left it there hoping?
No, I ain't done that still.
Wait, so you're more force feed. Listen, bro, I thought it would be a great thing to start the interview.
Have I done that? I ain't done that, nah.
Are you a force feeder?
Nah, not even, you know. It's just the jokes, bruv. Oh, they just say funny. Well, me, yeah, okay. You like comedy, yeah.
Have you ever been...
So you like comedy, yeah? Okay, you like jokes. So Englishman, Irishman walk into a bar, yeah. Hey, my days, dude.
And it kind of works like that.
Nah, do you know, I've never really been that kind of guy, to be honest.
Really?
I'm not. Do you know, it's quite weird. Like when I was in school, I was just known as the funny guy, innit? So girls didn't really take me too seriously, bruv. And I had to be like, bro, like, I need to sort out my game right now because these girls are taking me for a dickhead. Like, hey, my nature is so funny. Yeah, but do you want to go on a date though? No, just think you're funny. So like, man, just a clown. So you're saying well, go on. Like,
was it always like that? So
do you know when especially when I was in school, innit? Yeah. Not so much college and uni and stuff, but when I was in school, I was the funny guy in it of my year. So
you just naturally were that funny guy. You didn't ever try to be
just used
funny,
to this bus joke because we used to have these football pitches basically, innit? Yeah. So almost every year, because where the schools had their own little football pitch, right? Yeah. So when we was in year 11, we had half. I think we used to share half of our pitch with the year 9s because year 10s had another pitch on the other side of the school, right? So everyone just used to like just chill, have break time, have one bus joke. And that was when you was in school and people was like, it was all about cussing kind of thing. When someone would, it was like a challenge, like a battle. You know, a lot of people talk about battle rapping. It used to be like that with cussing, innit? So I had to be quite inventive of how I used to slew people, innit?
So you slew them?
So it was
I've
more.
had this conversation with a friend, Julie. Yeah. She says slewing and mocking are two different things. Are they the same thing?
They're a bit different, to be honest. So, mocking someone is just like taking liberties out of their life. Like, just like, bruv, you're mocking me. Like, why are you doing that? Like, it's almost like, just like, yeah, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to mock some of my friends, man. I didn't realize it, if that makes sense. Because we had this thing where we used to catch the bus home from school. There's the one bus it goes from where I used to go to school. So I used to go Pimlico School. And at that time, I used to live in Camberwell. So the bus journey was a good 40 minutes coming back, going through Camberwell, straight over to like Kennington and whatnot. And man, like that, everyone just on the bus chilling and stuff. It would start from the bus stop. And then we'd just be busting, everyone taking the piss out of each other. How it was when you're young.
These guys, were you just cussing?
No, there was always like the same people that was always on my bus. But some people used to get off at Camberwell because they were going straight onto Peckham or something. So, man, I don't know. Like a lot of my friends always say, yeah, man, and you was on the bus, bro. Like I'm not one to talk about myself, innit, but there used to be people who were just regular passengers on the bus, bussing up at me taking the piss out of my brethren.
Like some old woman or something doing
and it was almost like when I always think of like comedy where it started from, I always say it kind of started from when I was in school because that's when I used to like
defense mechanism, bro.
Almost, because I wasn't the strongest guy. Do you see what I'm saying? I wasn't the strongest guy. But it kind of got me in a good place amongst people because it was like, he's funny, he's cool, man. Like, Mo's cool, like, you get me? Like, don't rob, man, innit? He's funny. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
have you ever nearly been robbed and just made a joke and they allowed it? Because I have.
Do you know what? It's weird. Like, not really, because
I used to get robbed regularly.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, just for fun. I used to bring out extra things to give to people.
Right,
so that I could hold the minimum of what I need.
That's not even cool, boy. That's like,
fun, bro.
Like, why are you admitting this, bro? Like, it's like,
I just think transparency is liberation.
I wouldn't tell no one that. Even if I have been robbed, I'd be like, nah, I never got robbed, like. No, do you know what it was? It was like, I always remember even in times when I was younger, there'd be occasions where, like, I remember I went to school when Pokemon cards were big, innit? Like to the point where people was getting punched up for having Charizard. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that was the prime card, innit? Like
who's that? Like the last super boss or something?
Well, Charizard is like the dragon, innit? But it's like because they, you know how Pokemon they evolve, innit? So it's the last one, but it's the biggest suit. It's a shiny. It can just because if you play the actual game with the cards, it defeats anyone, innit? Kind of, innit? But people would just sell it. It was just trading thing, innit? But like it was that if you had a Charizard, you would get punched up, innit? Like you had to. Do you know what I'm saying? So I remember times we used to go like get Pokemon cards after school and stuff because I used to make money through this as well, innit?
We used to shop Pokemon cards.
Yeah, man, I used to make like £5 a day.
Oh, that's
you
big.
can imagine,
man.
like when you're at school, £5 a day. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like by weekend, I got £25. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Trainers.
Like, and literally, not even trainers, just like chicken and chips. But like
£25 worth.
No, but you know, like when you
that's
like
12.5.
But the thing
meals.
is, people don't realize
£2
that chicken and chips started from like $1.99. One piece chicken, chips, and a drink in it.
It was $1.50 in my end.
I never used to look at the burgers, the chicken burgers. It was either 4 wings, piece of chicken. When you got £25 to spend in the chicken shop, I was getting apple pies. I was like, let me get a big bottle of Pepsi. Like, sometimes I'd even go Chinese, and that was a big thing when you were 14. Bro, you going Chinese, bro? You got peas, cuz. Obviously, this Pokemon thing's working out quite right now. You know, if you can open up a little shop and stuff.
What age was this, bro?
This must have been
Was this
what?
primary? Was this secondary
I'd say
school?
this was year 9, so this was secondary school for me.
Yeah.
So I was about year 8, year 9.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like proper big business, like for me anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's always other kids selling them, but I used to literally make £5.
So wait a minute,
About
you would go to the shop, buy them in bulk.
So no, I just buy 1 pack every day, innit?
Yeah.
And without that pack, I always, because you know what ones are good and what ones are rare and
Yeah.
whatnot. So the ones that were rubbish, you just I go back to my areas to live, trade up with some of them kids.
Yeah.
Then I'd have kids in school, I trade up with them. Because always you used to buy them and trade them as well. So you'd be like, cool, I'll give you this card and £2 on top.
Yeah.
And when you're 19, when you're
I was gonna say, bro, don't worry about me giving away my
when you're
Robin
19, you ain't got a life.
selling Pokemon cards at
But no,
19,
when you're in
you know?
like year 9
Yeah.
and you're like, what, 14, 13, like £2 is a lot because I used to go lunch. My mum used to give me £2 for lunch.
Okay.
That was my lunch, innit? That was it.
£2.
£2, bro.
What kind of loving mother is this, bro?
But this is £2
Did you
a
have,
day,
do you
innit?
have loads of brothers and sisters?
No, just £2. My mum would buy
Were you
my
only
weekly.
child?
No, I got 2 older sisters.
Okay.
But they weren't going to school when I was going to school, so they was a lot older and stuff.
Yeah,
So if you figure it out, like let's say I was getting £2 a day just for lunch. I didn't really need a lot for lunch because we used to go like chip shop and that
60p chips
kind of
and
thing.
that.
Yeah, 60p chips and stuff like that. Get a little drink.
Yeah,
That was all you really needed, innit? Kind of thing. So yeah, you get £2 a day. My mum would get my weekly travel card because I had to catch the bus every day. And that was me done. So I'm making £5 a day now on top of the £2 my mum gives me, innit? That's £7 I was going to school with. Like that meant that in the morning I was buying breakfast, I had lunch, then I'd even get something on the way home, like ice pole and some snacks. like when the Pokemon thing died down, it was a big thing for me. I was like, Reuben, like, no one don't want to buy these. Come on, man, please, man. Like I was lowering my prices, bro.
You said please,
bro, literally, man, because like I was like from making like 5, because as I said, like it started going up, but the peak of what I was making was about £5-7 a day, innit?
Yeah.
So when I've got that money on the weekends, I wasn't doing like on the weekends. Do you know what I'm saying? Hanging out with my friends. I got £25 in my pocket. Some of my friends were their parents were on benefits because my mum was working as well. So some of my friends were just broke. Like, so I'm that guy just like, yeah, bro, where we going? Oh no, wherever Mo's going, man. Yeah, we saying Sainsbury's. Yeah, everyone say we like saying Swiss roll for everyone. That Swiss roll's like 40p in it, but you get everyone like a Swiss roll, like all the man them. Yeah, bro, pop for everyone, guys.
Bro,
but
they
it's the 50p.
So roads with Swiss
but
rolls
yeah,
in
bro,
hands,
back in the day, like things like that was just like a big thing, boy. So yeah, I used to use like school for me. Like I'd always say that was why for me as I wouldn't say as a comic, but like you know, like I used to realize that, bro, like man's making people laugh, like kind of thing. Like even like there'd be times where like me and a friend would be like cussing each other in class when you're meant to be doing your work. And I'll never forget, I had a science teacher, Miss Robinson, mad cool, proper cool teacher. There'd be times she'd be busting up.
Really?
At what I'm saying.
So
like,
what age were you at this time?
So this is still like year 10, year 9 times.
Okay, so secondary school, late secondary school.
Yeah, like so she's like busting up and that, and then I'm like, Rob, where did my teacher's laughing? Like you're not meant to laugh. Like you know, like where she couldn't even like she had to hold the laughter and stuff.
Maybe she wanted you, bro.
I doubt it, you know, that would have been a bit awkward still, because man would have been like quite.
You would have been the
still.
G of the school, though.
Nah. Miss Robinson was alright. She weren't that nice, though. Yeah, not nice, guys. She was alright.
Good day, Miss Robinson. You're right.
But nah, man. Secondary school for me was it was
so
a
at that
fun
point
time.
you realised that like your teacher was laughing, everyone kind of found you funny.
And then and on top of that, I was doing. I started to discover like performing arts and drama and stuff. So I'd use like my funny sides when I'm doing the acting stuff.
So this was what, A levels now? Or
No.
This
This is still school times, innit?
Yeah.
So in year 9, I think you get to pick like, is it year 9? You get to pick your subjects, innit, of what you want to start doing, kind of thing. And some people put drama, stuff. So one of my teachers, like I used to like just doing dramas. I can kind of come out myself and just bust joke and stuff. Especially when you used to do things like devising and stuff. So a teacher would say, "All right, guys, all right, this is the like." One of the teachers would say, "All right, cool. So you guys are in hospital." Yeah, so you had to make something up, devise something about being in a hospital, just things like that.
Improvisation.
So we used to just do dumb, funny stuff. Like I might be like a pregnant African lady, and then it was just fun, like being a kid. And then because you're all making it up, so it's just like a quick scene. But I used to thrive off that. It was the one lesson where I used to be like, I proper liked drama, and I had a proper cool drama teacher, man. Like I still talk to her to this day, innit? Like she's almost like, I wouldn't say she's like my mum, but she's kind of like that figure for me.
So what do you do? Report back to her your progress, or just catch up with her?
Just catch
on
up,
a friend
man.
level.
Yeah, just catch up on like a proper like.
And this teacher,
Bredgen's thing, man.
So this teacher believed in you and kind of pushed you.
Yeah, man. Because I used to love playing football in it back then, innit?
Yeah.
This is when everyone was like, yeah, but man's gonna make it pro, cause Arsenal, cause, and I used to love football in it, and like. I remember she sat me down after one lesson. She done the whole, it was like a something cat of a film. She's like, okay, everyone leave, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Make sure you do your homework, whatever. And she's like, oh, Mo, can you stay back? And I was like, oh, why am I in trouble? Like, what have I done? She sat me down. She literally said, look, Mo, I think you're very talented. You know, you should really look into studying drama. I think you've got a gift. No teacher had ever done that. Ever, innit? That kind of sat me down, and obviously teachers would sit me down after the lesson and be like, okay guys, look, you got to stop talking, okay, because you know, you always get those, but this is one teacher that actually like to have someone believe in you, like I never have that before, innit?
And it was legitimate as well.
And it was real, innit?
Yeah.
Like she weren't doing it like, I need to kind of boost up my Ofsted kind of thing. She was like proper like reaching out, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it kind of made me think, I was like, Raj, you know what? Because she even said, she said, look, like, I know you like football and stuff, but she said, look, you're 14, 15. If you was going to be pro, you would be at Arsenal right now. And I was like, right, like, that's true.
So
like,
she deterred those dreams.
So she kind of like, not so much deterred it, but she just kind of,
gave you a reality
like, she
check.
never like pushed me. She just said, look, this is what you're doing now.
Yeah.
If if you was going to be pro, because there are loads of guys in my school play football. And we all used to play like on Saturdays and Sundays and stuff, like decent little like Sunday football teams and whatnot. So we'd always see each other on the Sundays, like we might play your team, like stuff like that. And then like when you have a teacher that's just like, right, like she knows what she's talking about almost. So
almost, you know.
Yeah, like you know that in my head I was like, maybe man could still play for Arsenal though. Like, me and Henri up front, like.
You probably had those dreams though, yeah?
One time I did have that dream still, and I was like, right, this football thing might be real. Like,
you actually physically had a dream about it.
I had a dream that I was at Highbury, innit?
You must
like,
be
playing
so
up
pissed to
front
wake
with
up,
Henri,
bro.
innit? Because Henri was my guy, innit? That was me, innit? Like, but she just kind of sat me down. It was just kind of good to have a teacher that kind of like believed in you. And then from then I just took drama, just head on, done it.
Which means what? You went to.
So yeah, as I said, I've done it. Picked it for GCSE.
Yeah. How'd you do? Did you do well?
Oh yeah, A star.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
A star. Listen to this
Yeah,
guy. Well done, bro.
A-star, bro.
Was that the only A star?
Yeah, it was. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it the only A?
Because it was the only thing I actually tried in. Because
the only thing you cared about, right?
Do you know what's weird? Yeah, it's like my dad's a Rastafarian, isn't it? Yeah. But my dad's I wouldn't say he's a realist, but my dad's always been like, you know, because I was the kind of kid in school where I used to get the work done, but I just didn't believe in the work, innit? So when and it's not even like my dad being a Rasta, like, no man, you got a job, because my dad's not really like, he's on this Rasta thing, but he's not just on some like,
he's on this
like
Rasta thing,
black people everywhere, the white man, he's not on that kind of thing, innit? But my dad, ever since I was young, has just been like, he just tells it to me how it is, innit? And there'd be times where I'm saying, look, dad, man, like, I don't understand why I got to study history, because a lot of it is not even relating to me right now. And my dad would just sit me down and give me a proper real history lesson. So I was in school learning about things like the Romans, and it was interesting, but I was like, what's this like? You know, the only time we had black history was in October, and then it would just be about, you know, like the civil rights movement, slavery and stuff.
Do you know what?
Do you know what I mean?
Second that, bro. I was like, as much as I understand we should get a snapshot of what happened in the past, spending the present moments learning about the past as opposed to how we can make the future is kind of a little bit odd to me.
It's just kind of weird, man. Like, and I used to really like history. Like, I had a really cool history teacher called Mr. Parrish, proper cool guy, man. But I used to just be in a lot of the lessons just being like, I wouldn't say it's just rude on history, but I'd just be like, I don't really care about this right now. Like, the suffragettes, good for them, innit? Like,
and the thing is with me, if I don't care, it just doesn't stay in my head.
And it kind of transcended. Do you know what's weird? It kind of transcended into a lot of lessons as I got a lot older. So when I picked things like geography, like,
so did I, bro.
And I picked it, and I'm studying about like, like, you know, you've got like, evaporation, condensation, it goes, and I was just like, you know what, it rains, man, what the fuck, like, I don't care, like, don't get me wrong, it's good to learn it, and I was always geography based, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, I know where certain countries,
it rains, man.
Sometimes when we have like little quizzes, like when a little drink up, And then because I'm all right with geography. I wouldn't say I'm an ace, but I know the capital of most countries and that and that. And I think things like that do benefit me, innit? I like that. I feel a bit kind of good about myself. Like I had a debate not so long ago. No, not a debate, sorry, like a little quiz, like at a drink up. And then someone said, I think it was like, what's the capital of Luxembourg? So everyone said, I don't know. I was like, it's Luxembourg still. How can it be that? And I'm like, nah, the capital is the same as the country still. Oh, swear down. I was like, yeah, man, smart still there, man, smart. But things like that, it's good knowledge, innit, that I just like to have almost, innit, or just to know where certain places are and whatnot. I just think that's important just in general life. But as I got older in school, I was just like, you know, a lot of these subjects I'm not going to take on with me in later life. And I haven't. Do you know what I mean? Like, I done PE.
Like but you used to play football.
No, I used to play football.
So that makes sense,
that was why the reason why I did do PE.
Yeah.
But as I said, I didn't really want to get into the whole sports science stuff. Yeah. I just wanted to play football, badminton, basketball, them kind of things. So when it comes to the physical aspect, learn about your muscles, how they work. Yeah. I used to love that kind of stuff. But then there's certain stuff, the what's it called? The respiratory system and how you breathe. I was like, fuck this, man. This is dry, bro. Like, like just things like the muscles, how it works, how you prevent injuries. I was like, this is the stuff I want to learn, innit? Yeah. Because this is just stuff that just in life you need to know, innit? Kind of thing, like why you get cramp and stuff like that, too much salt, or you didn't warm down properly, or I used to love stuff like that, like. But then like learning about like certain things in PE, and I was like, this is boring, man. Allow this, like. And then it just happened later on, and then by the time I got to like actual doing my GCSEs, a lot of subjects I just couldn't be bothered. I remember being in the exam doing them and just being like, you know what, I don't really care about that. I don't really care about that. Serious? Because in my head I knew what I wanted to do, and it was drama, innit? I wanted to do acting. I really enjoyed it. It took me out of my comfort zone, and that's what. I'm talking. I was like 15, and I just gun-hoed and said, "Look, this is what I want to do." Yeah. And that's what I've done. As I said, I finished school. I went sixth form in my old school. Yeah. I only stayed for a year though, because it was kind of like, because I was in the same environment. Yeah. And I was doing acting at school, and it was just like, it almost got to the point where like year nines were like, yeah, you got that guy Mo, man. Yeah. And I'm like, hold on, I'm in sixth form. How the fuck do you know who I am? Like,
How did they know who you were?
Because obviously in terms of drama, my teacher would always big me up in it, and we do other plays. Like we done like a Black History play into all the assemblies, innit? Yeah. So
and you'd get up and act in it.
So I would be like the funny Rasta guy and stuff like that and stuff like that. But then everyone kind of knew I was in the school, and like, but then it was just like, you know, I need to get out of this comfort zone, innit? Yeah. And I'm always a person like that. If I'm too comfortable somewhere, kind of need to just set sail and just kind of, because
you get bored quick.
Go away.
Do you
and
get
just,
bored quickly?
Not so much bored. It's just more. I got to change my surroundings sometimes. Or if something's, I think it's when it's going too well. Yeah. Because that's what was happening. As I said, I was at my old school. I was doing that plays and stuff, for A level and whatnot. And I was just like, it was almost like I'm learning scripts, and I was never getting told if it was good or not. Yeah. It was just like, oh yeah, it's great, man. He's the funny guy. Yeah, just do the funny character. And it was good. The first year I enjoyed it, but the second year I said to my teacher, I was like, look, I'm gonna go and learn this course somewhere else.
You're not feeling anything from this.
Yeah,
it's
because
nothingness.
I just thought, do you know what? I like being here, innit? But it's almost like I need to go somewhere else, and I need a challenge. I need to meet new people as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So I went to one college in Merton, like Surrey sides, innit? Like,
get out of here.
Yeah, bro. And it was only mainly.
So you studied in Camberwell?
No. I was still in Pimlico. So I went to the sixth form there for 1 year.
Surrey,
and then I went to Sutton. Sutton. Yeah. Okay. So it's the last line. You know, the northern line.
If it's zone 6, bro, it's just out there.
I think it's zone 4 still.
Oh, really? The other end, zone 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So literally, I went there. And I just wanted a different change of scenery, somewhere because I didn't really know London. I had never been to Morden until I went to the college there. And it was good, man. Met a lot of good friends. It was quite weird because...
What were you studying there?
I was still doing performing arts.
Okay,
yeah. But then it was weird because my teacher, when I told her, I said, look, I just want to go somewhere else. She was like, you should really try and get into Brit School. And I was like, yeah, I had a lot of friends that already left school and went there and were studying. And I was like, yeah, maybe that could be an idea. Like, I always hear you say good things. It's for performing arts. And I think we had like a music teacher who left Brit School to work at ours. So he was going to write me this cover letter and everything, innit? And I was just lazy, bro. I was like, man, can't be bothered still. Like, because you know, like, what is weird? Like, when you're in school, like, them teachers will really help you to get into a good college. This is when you're in year 11, innit? Because they care, innit? But then once I was in sixth form, it was like, you're on your own, innit?
Yeah.
And I was more like, someone will sort it out. And it never happened. And I remember that summer, I was like, right, I kind of need to go somewhere. Like,
Well, you
like,
someone's
like,
dead and alone.
Like, I need to find somewhere to, like, I need a college. Do you know what I'm saying?
Just
Like,
boxes of Pokemon
because I've
cards,
told
no
everyone
one else.
I've left now, innit? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like I can go back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, literally, like, I had to find a college. A friend of mine, one of my friends, his mum, she does like teaching with drama and stuff. So she found this college that I went to, which is Merton College, the place I went to. And yeah, I went there. But then a part of me, I always used to think in the back of my mind, like, even I was thinking now, I was like, right, what would have happened if I would have went Brit school?
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of friends that used to go there.
Yeah.
And I always used to like one of my friends' younger brother, he used to go there. So when he'd have a play on, I'd go and watch the play and stuff. And then like when you go there, it was just like a normal school, but everyone's all about the acting thing, innit? So everyone's all like theatrical. Oh, how's it going? I'm Gabby, man. Nice to meet you. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, right, cool. But everyone, I went to a college where like you got like just guys in there. Yo, I'll go on for you. Cool though, kids, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, and it was just new for me, innit? Because I went from like being that guy at school to like no one don't know who I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Just a token road, man.
And I think for me, like when I was in college, it was just nice to be like the quiet person in it. Because one of my good friends, I'm good friends with him now, called Steven. He was the guy in it.
Yeah.
Like he was just a popular guy. Everyone knew him in college. No, this is when music.
Scene.
And he was one of my mates.
Yeah.
But I thought, it's not so much I thought. If I'm a person where when you get to know me, I bring myself out. I'm not just going to be that hype guy for no reason and just, hey, what's going on? That's not me, innit? Like, I'm the kind of person, if I go to a party and I don't know no one, I'm going to just like, act like I don't know no one, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be like, yo, what's going on? My name's Mo. I do comedy, man. What do you do? Banking, money. Like, that's not who I am, innit?
Yeah.
Like, if I meet people and I get on with them and there's a vibe, then I actually, like, bring my personality out.
So you don't actively make friends at a venue?
Do you know what I do in it? I can hold a conversation. I can talk to people, but I'm not that kind of guy who just puts myself out there. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and it's weird because a lot of people, like even now, kind of see me as like, oh, he's kind of stush, man. He didn't really talk to no one. It's like that's not the case. I'm a quiet guy. Like when I'm
so you're
in my
more of
own
an
thoughts.
introvert. You're more of an introvert than an extrovert, right? When you're not on stage.
Yeah. When I'm not on stage, man, like some people don't get it.
Yeah.
So when I'm on
it's hard
stage,
to understand for people that.
That's what I'm saying.
are
When
not
I'm on
performing.
stage, I'm loud, I'm big, I'm busting, I'm dancing or whatever. But when I'm off stage, I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
Because as I said, like it's kind of weird. I was speaking to some comics the other day, and it was just like, it's almost when you're on stage, you're being a character, you're acting out. Even if your humor is just like monotone and you're just telling gags, you still got to remain in that kind of character that you're being kind of thing. No one speaks how they do on stage.
So really, you don't think anyone is themselves on stage?
Don't get me wrong. A lot of the time is you're bringing your personality out on stage.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's a heightened version.
it's just a heightened version of you and what you think and what your thoughts are. Because a lot of the time it's like, I've got the mic. This is what I think. If you like it, laugh. If not, then you don't need to say nothing. And it's almost, and that's how it almost is. Do you know what I mean? If every person, if you met every comic and it was how they was just face to face, you'd just be like, this guy's a crackhead. He's crazy. Do you know what I mean?
I know
like,
some of those guys though. I know some comics that feel they need to be over excessive when they're not even
they
on
gotta
stage.
be like they gotta show that they're the comedian.
I just need to,
Whereas
I just
a
need
lot
to
of
not
people,
be in their presence.
the funny thing is, a lot of people meet me, and it's like, for example, when places I've worked in. So obviously at the interview, so what you do? Like, what's your day job? So I'm just like, oh well, I do stand up comedy. Oh, comedian. Oh, great. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I do. You know. And they're like, okay, cool. So, Mr. Funny Man. So I start working at a place, for example. So the manager's obviously told them, new guy. Yeah, he's a bit of a comedian, blah, blah, blah. So everyone thinks I'm going to be this live guy. Like, and I'm just like,
just some dead
on my
zombie,
first day, like people just want like jokes and that. Like, I'm like, yo, bruv, I'm on probation. Like, man, I can't really like bust jokes and shit. Like, and it's so weird because people just don't get it. They're just like, I've worked at so many places and people are like, oh, you're a bit of a serious character, aren't you? And I'm just like, look, I get paid for comedy. That's what I do when I'm not at work. When I'm at work, I'm just here to make what I make per hour, innit? Like that's just how it is. Like, and some people just don't get it as such, innit?
Don't you ever feel like you do wanna just start busting jokes?
Do you know what?
Surely you do it naturally, bro.
Do you know what?
Surely
It's
you
weird.
see things and think. Because when I read your Twitter feed, I'm dying, and I know that's just your internal
that's
thoughts
just
when you're
me,
on the train
That's
or
just me,
whatever.
bro. I'm just out and about, and I just have a thought. I just post it, innit?
Yeah.
But do you know what it is? It's like, I think with Twitter allows you to say your thoughts. It's like a diary, innit, of what you think, and no one can judge you because it's on your Twitter. If you like it, you follow me. If you don't, unfollow me, innit?
Yeah.
But I think when, like, as I said, like when I've worked places and stuff, I do come out of my shell once I know people and I get along with them and they get who I am. Yeah. Because you don't want to be that guy who's like the funny guy and everyone's just like, right, this guy's a bit weird. Like, why is he acting all like this for? Like, he's a bit, do you know what I mean? So I don't like to portray, like, it's not something I don't like to come out of my character, but I like people to know who I am before not so much I showed them my true colours, but when you get me, then you get who I am, almost, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's been like that everywhere I've worked. Like, I used to do stockroom. Me and this guy used to work together. Just me and him. I used to do stockroom in the stockroom. Yeah, like me and this guy I used to work with, Stuart, in the stockroom. Like, we was mad funny, but when I first started working there, he didn't know me, I didn't know him. But then when I got to know him, we was busting joke all the time, like to the point where like managers would talk, innit? And like manager would be talking to me, and he'll be behind the manager, like just doing mad faces and just being like, oh yeah, I'll give her some and stuff like that. And it was just so funny, like, do you know what I mean? But that's it's like, I think it's like that just in general when you meet someone anyway. Just what I'm saying. So yeah, I think like for me, for college was kind of like a time to kind of like just concentrate on studying a little bit, not being that guy who I was at school, and just just studying. And I done it at uni, and then just from there.
So then you graduated from uni now. Mm-hmm. What uni did you go to?
I went Middlesex Uni.
Studying performing arts?
Yeah, performing arts and theatre production.
How'd you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I got a 2-1 still.
Okay, were you happy with that?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I got a 2-2 and I didn't even turn up. I was so pissed off.
Do you know what it was? I think for me,
that photo with that hat, bro.
I think I got a 2-1 or 2-2. I think it's 2-1. It's a 2-1. Do you know what I think it was for me? Yeah, I think what happened. Yeah, and I don't even mean to say this in a bitter way. I remember we were studying this thing called commedia dell'arte. Yeah. Which is working with masks, innit? Yeah. So you use your body and your physicality a lot, and the mask tells a story. So the mask could just be a smiley face, but you have to show its emotion. Even if you're sad, you have to really show it. So we had this guy coming from Italy, right? And he's like a master of it and stuff like that. So he was working with us for 2 weeks. Now, prior to that, we had to learn the script and all this kind of stuff. So the guy came in and no one really knew the script, innit? But I had a main part that they had given me, yeah? So I had a main part, and this guy, like, he sat, like, grilled everyone in it. I come all the way from Italy. No one knows. They're not learning. So I was just like, rah, like he was grilling me. Oh, you are a main character. You don't know the lines. Blah blah blah. Grilled me. My tutor sat me down. She was like, look, you got to start learning. I'll give you a main part. So when I mean, bruv, yeah, I really tried my hardest to get this commedia dell'arte thing in it, and I've never done nothing. No one had ever done anything like this, yeah.
What is it called?
Commedia dell'arte.
Commedia dell'arte.
Yeah, it's quite, you know, like things like crumping.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a form of it, because like they have like the expressions, but they use the body and stuff like that. Yeah. So as I said, you've got to be proper physical in it. And this guy was a G at it. We got him over from Italy. We paid him money and whatnot. And so yeah, we had this guy coming. We were rehearsing with him, and as I said, we're doing rehearsals. Kept moaning, no, you do like this. Your body shape is not right. And as I said, I was just like, fam, man, ain't never done this before, innit? But I was really trying hard, innit, yeah? To the point where every day I was leaving, yeah? And it was so funny. I remember me and one of my mates, Stephen, we both got our student loans at the same time. Yeah. And I had man backdated. We both got ours backdated, innit? So I was stressing that I weren't getting this community, because he was literally shouting at the whole class. Then he'd shout at you, and then nothing you could do. Just what I'm saying. Like he was like, "What are you doing? You don't know. Your expression is poor." Like you be trying hard, but someone tells you you're doing crap. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Bruv, after every lesson I was having, man was going shopping, bruv. I was stressed. I'm like, fam, what you saying? Okfushi. Hey, let's go, bruv. And just spend off our student
loan. The whole
loans,
student loan, bro.
And then, like just buying things I didn't need. Like, this is when you had like the old school iPod, innit? Like, I think it was like $250 them times, innit? They didn't have the touch back then, innit? You'd be like, fuck it, I'm buying an iPod today, bruv. Yeah, me too, bruv. Like, and I was just like, rah, like, man's proper wasting this student loan. Like, like, just going on shopping sprees.
I've done the same thing, bro. I used to go down Bond Street, Gucci. I went in Gucci, they locked me in, because I was with one of my friends. We just looked a bit odd. They just locked us in.
Oh, sweat.
Yeah, so we had to pay buy the stuff so we couldn't run out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they locked us in. I used to go Foot Locker, Air Force Ones.
Oh mate, Foot Locker. I used to do a madness. I used to buy so much kicks from Foot Locker when I was at uni. The guy used to know me, the African guy. Hey, my brother, what's going on?
Street,
he used to hold stuff for me, innit? We got it because he used to I used to like Air Max. We got the new Air Max, man. I got somebody back for you, brother. But I think they don't have it now, innit? The Foot Locker in Camden.
He was probably getting commission, bro.
Bro, this was my guy, innit? Like in my head, I'm thinking this is my guy, but I'm like, bro, you just milking me like my student loan, like you know what I mean? Like I'd come in there every day just depressed, like, hey, what's up, man? Don't worry, but we got these new shoes, man. And then but it's weird, like with uni. I think that was the one time where I was probably trying hard in it. Yeah. And I've always tried hard, but like when you have someone shouting at you, like, and you just want to do it for them. Do you know what I mean? That's how I felt in it. Yeah. So I never forget. We done the play, and people bought tickets because where we used to we done it at a theatre. Yeah. So we advertised it and stuff. People came, bought tickets, family and friends. I had like a main role as one of the characters because there isn't much talking in it as well. It's all physical and stuff in it. And it tells the story as it goes on and whatnot. It's very minimal lines. And I mean, I tried my hardest in it. And because I was a main character, my character was split with another guy. So there's two of us that are the main characters. So
was this like a final year project kind of thing?
No, it was just, I think it was like second year, I think we done it in. So it wasn't like the final year. But we done it. And I never forget, on stage, the guy, everyone's like, I don't know what his name is, Mario or whatever. And there's like, he's like, can we all give up for Mario? Because he's been teacher said. So we all done a curtain call. Yeah. Mario comes on, thank you, blah, blah, blah. I was on the stage. And I said to this guy, Mario, I was like, look, Mario, I know it's been a hard 2 weeks for you, but I really just wanted to say, like, thanks a lot, because I really felt like I've learned a lot since you've been here. And I genuinely did, innit? Like, I said, like, thanks a lot, because I've never done anything like this. And I just wanted to say, like, thanks a lot. And I'm not really a person, I'm not saying I'm not thankful for stuff, but when I was in uni, I wouldn't do that kind of stuff, innit? To purposely say thank you to this guy, innit? These times you were shouting at me, but I kind of seen the light, and I was like, we've done the show, it was cool, man, let's just bygones are bygones kind of thing, innit? Because no one liked this guy, innit? But I just thought, look, I never done this before, he showed me something, I was like, look, thanks, I really appreciate it. And my man, this is what he said to me, I'll never forget, he was on stage as
live in front of an audience?
No, not live, but like everyone's clapping as we're leaving the audience. So I said, look, thanks not so much. And he was just like, yes, it's no problem. But you're lazy, you don't do it that good. I was like, what? What did you just say? Like, I just poured my heart out to you, like, and you're just gonna like
the truth hurts,
mock me. That's a mock in my face. And I was just like, what? Like it was
basically said you're still shit.
Like he literally just instead of him being like, okay, but he's like, but you're not tried that good. I was just like, you know what? Go back to Italy, innit? Like, you're a dickhead. Like,
you immediately got racist.
Do you know what? It was one of those ones where I think I was at uni, I was in my second, and I remember telling my tutor about it, and I was just like, I told her about it. I said, look, can I talk to you in the office? She's like, yeah, cool. I said, look, I told her literally just what I told you, like, blah, blah, blah. And instead of her kind of having my back and being like, don't worry about it, he's very, like, passionate about blah, blah, blah. She was just like, well, you could have tried harder. And I was like, hold on, but everyone said that I was good. Like, not everyone, but like people that came to the show, you've done a really good performance. Like friends that came, he was really good. So like friends and people I didn't even know saying, and then my tutor is backing this guy. And I was just like, do you know what? I can't, this isn't for me no more, innit? Like it's literally the turning point of where I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to just get these grades and bounce. Because
so that's when something clicked in your mind.
And it was just like, it's one of those moments where, I wouldn't say one of those moments, but I started seeing other things with other tutors and stuff like that. Like I remember, because we used to get like little reports and stuff in it. And like tutors you'll be cool with, busting, joking in the class with, innit? Then you write their report and then they're like, Mo talks too much, he's very unhelpful. And I'm like, I thought we were brethren, like, obviously, teacher, you got a job to do, innit? But then I wouldn't say, you could say, okay, the teacher's not your friend, but you're almost it was almost like, nah, man, this isn't for me, kind of
But
thing.
you're busting jokes and all that stuff because that's who you are.
It's just like my personality.
Yeah, that's your personality.
And,
so you had to go in the direction of your personality, right? Do
you know what? It's just, I think it was a turning point for me where I just kind of been like, you know what? I just want to leave and just do this acting thing now, innit? We're studying it, we're writing up these essays, and you'll be up like the night before, just banging out essays, calling your brethrens and stuff.
Smash Pro Plus, bro, at uni.
Mate, like I remember there was a time where I was so tired. I've never been so tired. My eyes were just watering. Like, you'd think I was crying. I just wanted sleep so bad. I was back in coffees and that. I used to make a combination, yeah. This is so disgusting.
Good.
I used to make coffee, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of coffee, just put a little bit of water, yeah. I used to have tea bag in there as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And Red Bull in it.
Triple caffeine.
Fam.
Red Bull in a coffee and tea.
Red Bull, coffee and
Bro,
tea.
that's
innit?
juju juice.
Because as I said, because I used to make, because obviously like I used to make the coffee, like it was hot, so I had to wait for it to cool down, innit?
Oh my gosh.
Then I'd put, it was still a tea bag, so once it cools down, it was like a kind of, it was cold, innit?
Yeah.
Then I used to just pour a Red Bull in there, fam, back it, get some snacks. Bro, my eyes were so awake.
Buzzing.
Like, but when you've got those deadlines, you have to be in at 10 o'clock. Not, it can't be, if it's in at 10:02, we won't accept. And you're like, are you serious?
Option. There's no option.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So I just had a lot of things that used to happen at uni. I just thought, you know what, I just want to get out there now and do this acting thing. And
as in do your own thing, as in not take direction from
it wasn't really
gatekeepers.
direction. It was just more like, it was the whole studying thing. It was just like, we're studying to be actors.
Yeah, why not act?
Let's not act. You see what I'm saying? Like I want to go out there in the world. Obviously, you got to learn the trade. I understand that. That's cool, innit? But then I was writing essays on people I didn't even know, and I'm just quickly doing the work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just thought, I just want to go out there and act and learn the techniques and this, that, and the other, rather than writing about the guy who invented it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I was like,
so then
like,
you left.
So what happened?
Then you graduated, sorry.
So what happened? As I was in my last year of uni, I started doing comedy, innit? I used to do these little comedy nights.
All right, stop.
Yeah.
You started doing comedy.
Yeah.
So what in your mind made you think?
Comedy actually started when I was, when I was in college. I done my first show, and it was basically
stand-up gig.
Yeah. So a friend of mine, he was my aunt's having a wedding. Do you want to come perform? And I was a bit like, I don't mind. I got nothing to lose. It's a wedding. Everyone's kind of having a good day. So it's not like it wasn't a gig.
But you didn't have a show together or a set together.
I didn't have a set. I had a notebook. I wrote some stuff on it, little pointers.
Yeah.
Some other stuff. I remember that set. I can't even remember that set. But they laughed where they needed to laugh.
You'd never done stand-up before, right? And your friend said, come to the wedding. And you just straight away said yes? There was no fear. There was no overthinking. There was no sleeping on it.
I was a bit like, but I just thought, why not try it, kind of thing, innit? Why not?
That's a brave thing, you know.
What have I got to lose?
A lot of people that get up and do stand-up for the first time take a long time.
Do you know how daunting it was?
Huh?
You know how daunting it was? This is a black wedding as well, innit? So daunting, bro. And I remember I got there, and it was just like, I got there, it was in the hall and stuff.
Where was it?
I think it was, where was it? I think it was just near, is it Vauxhall Bridge? Just near like Vauxhall Bridge kind of sides, innit?
Yeah.
And I was there, you know, I wore like, I think I had a shirt. I didn't really even dress too smart back then. I think I just had a pair of jeans. Yeah. I had.
So how old were you again?
I had a shirt. So how old would I have been? Just touching maybe 18, maybe.
Bro, that's really young.
I think it was 18. Yeah,
You're ballsy. Okay, go on.
Yeah, and then I kind of wrote some notes, had a pad together, and I'm still trying to think of my set, because I used to watch a lot of comedy, innit?
Yeah.
So I'd always watch.
So by then you were
like
taking
the
a lot,
Def Jams and like Live at the Apollo, and I used to have all the DVDs and I used to watch them, innit? And I'm never a person where I'm like, I'm gonna take from this and perform. And I'd never do that.
You didn't even contemplate doing stand-up
because I think it was like watching those guys. I used to like to laugh at those guys. Yeah. So I used to watch it, being like, these guys are so funny, kind of thing. Yeah. So I'd be fooling myself if I just took their stuff and tried it at a comedy thing. So I wrote a couple jokes. Yeah. And it went okay. Were they jokes
or were they stories that you found funny?
I remember one of them was basically they was getting married, and they basically, I think they had 3 sons and 1 daughter. Yeah. And I had a joke about saying, when the daughter brings home guys when she's older, he's gonna get it's gonna be so hard because he's gonna get 3 brothers talking to him at the same time. Yeah. Where you going? Yeah, where you going? Yo, brother, where you going? Where you taking my sister? Yeah, where you taking my sister? I think I just done like a little thing with that, and that kind of got a couple laughs and stuff. But it was the first moment where telling jokes, and you have this thing when you first start doing comedy where you just forget, you just lose it. It's in your head, and you get on stage and you can't remember it. Yeah. And it's
how
just
you
like,
want to deliver it.
And you're just hold on a sec. I've been practicing this all day. Well. Yeah. Why can I not think of it? And I'm telling you, like, that whole, like, you wish the floor was sinking is true, because it's just silence. Like there's
And
nothing.
that happened on your first gig
It did.
at this wedding.
Yeah, it did.
Shit.
But then I remember just kind of like talking, covering it out, and you start to stutter as well.
Yeah. Did your mouth go dry?
It doesn't go dry, but I started to stutter. I was trying to remember it. I kept repeating words. But then as I kind of was getting little bits of laughter, you kind of get a bit more confident. You stop stuttering and you start remembering stuff. It's really weird how it works. It's almost like laughing is like an energy kind of thing. And then, like it went okay. And then I done my actual first proper gig in a place called Dulwich Hamlet.
Yeah.
A guy who was like...
Was this very very recent after the wedding?
This would have been around about... I think I might have still been in college, or I think I just about left college around this time, and I done my first. This was like my first gig, so I was on the lineup for this one
in a comedy place.
Because basically it's Dulwich Hamlet is like a football club, but they have a pub, right? Okay. And in this pub, sometimes they put on different nights. So one of the nights was a comedy night. Yeah. So open mic. No. It was like a normal night. Yeah. So he has one comic to open up. Yeah. In the middle, 2 opening spots. Yeah. And then the one guy to close, right? So I was in the middle with these 2 opening spots. Yeah. It was me and this other Asian lady. Yeah. Yeah. So the guy who ran it, he's like a family friend of ours. Yeah. And he's like, I'm doing comedy. You want to come down and do your show? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't mind. Because everyone kind of knew I'd done drama. I used to like bust joke when I was younger. So I was like, yeah, cool. I'll do it. I invited all my mates to come. I'm like, guys, I'm doing my first show. So good. Like, some of my friends came for support and whatnot. And I remember going, and I think the guy said, yeah, you've got 5 minutes or something like that.
A whole 5 minutes.
5 or 10 minutes. Yeah. And I remember that whole day I was writing stuff.
The whole day?
Writing all day. Like, because I was so excited. Because I was like,
you were excited? You weren't scared?
No, because I was just like, this is my first gig. My friends were coming and stuff like that. So I was just like writing stuff. And as I said, like I was, thankful that my friends were coming and stuff. They're like, we're gonna come and support and stuff. And these are like good close friends of mine that came down. So it wasn't like that random 2 friends that come. Yeah. A good couple, like that 5, 6 of my friends come in it.
It's a big deal, man. Doing your first gig.
For this place, it's not like a massive comedy night they do. It's just a once in a while, but there's an audience there. Do you see what I'm saying? A paying audience. Yeah. It's only like £3 on the door. Had a little stage and stuff. But man, it went amazing. It was a wicked gig. I think I done about 20 minutes, because what happens when you're new and you do comedy, once you're on a roll, you just keep going. You're not conscious of time. Like now I'm conscious of, I know when I'm doing a 5 and I know I'm doing a 10. You just know. Yeah. Because sometimes you time yourself, so you kind of know of time and stuff. Yeah. But when you first start, bruv, I was rolling, bruv. I was just like, banging out jokes and getting these laughs and stuff. And I was like, bro, this is amazing. Like, and I was like, okay, cool. Look, time to go, guys. But thanks. And like, it was just amazing to get. Yeah.
How'd you feel once you come off, bro?
Do you know what it's like?
Did you feel like someone totally different, a new person, like a new level of your life?
Do you know what it feels like? Yeah. An explosion has just happened behind you and you walk off in slow motion. Like, that is the feeling that... Yeah. That's the feeling that I get. And even some other comics say that as well, innit? Yeah. When you've just done a set and you've smashed it, you just feel like you just exploded. Because that's what you say. You say, well, take care, guys. Enjoy your night. And all you hear is a big cheer and woo, yeah. Then the host comes back and give it up for Mo. Yeah. And you just feel like...
Which has been me loads of times.
And you think, that's what I created. I created that cheer for myself. Yeah. They didn't know me. In 5 minutes ago, I just left and everyone knows who I am, and I've made them laugh, and it's an amazing feeling. I won't lie to you, I still like it now, if I'm honest.
The novelty hasn't run out.
No, it doesn't, man. It never runs out. So you
definitely know you're doing the right thing with your life.
Yeah, because as I said, there is times where you're like, I'm a bit tired, I got to go to this show. It's all over here. I had a couple shows like recently. I think it was really far, really far. I had to literally stay over. The night before, I had to stay in a hotel and get there because it was like a really early morning show and stuff.
Morning show?
Well, it was like to kids and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like a festival, and I was really tired. And you kind of just like, oh man, I'm tired, man. You got to wake up, you got your alarm. You're in a hotel by yourself as well, innit? Yeah. So it's just lonely, bruv. Like, just you and your iPod, bro. You know how lonely you can be as a comic,
Bro.
And then I got there early. Yeah. I got the email, you got to be there on time. Make sure you're there before this time. So I got there, I got my wristbands and stuff. And then you get there and you're like, right, where's everyone else? Yeah, they're on their way. And you're like, are you serious? Man got a hotel just to be here on time. Like, it's all out of London and whatnot. Yeah. And you get there And as I said, it's a children's gig, innit? So it's a festival.
Yeah.
It's a festival, but they have like this thing called Comedy for Kids.
Yeah.
And I'd never done it before. This is the
CBBC
first year I'd
thing?
done it. No. This was a
something
different
else.
thing. And this was the first year I ever done it.
Yeah.
And it was wicked, man. It was like 400 kids and adults as well.
Yeah.
So the adults get the adult jokes. The
Yeah.
kids will laugh at the kids' things.
Okay. But it's all mixed in one set.
Yeah. So it's in like a
Okay.
big tent.
Okay.
They've got like a host who's also a comic and so. And I'm talking like the comics that do it. They're like proper, like they're not just any random guy from CBBC. They're like proper comics and stuff. And they've been doing it for a couple of years. So for me, it was the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm being so honest. I get more nervous when I do these comedy kids for the kids than I do for adults.
Why?
Because kids are more judgmental. When I do it to an adult, I'm like, cool, I can go home. All right, cool. It wasn't a bad gig, whatever, innit? Like, but when it's a kid, kids remember stuff.
They will not lie.
They will be on the way home and be like, Daddy,
shit.
that guy was so rubbish, the black guy. No, like they will remember these things, innit?
Yeah.
Like, adults are just like, oh, it was a bit rubbish, but oh well, at least he's giving it a chance. Oh no, it's so hard to go on stage. You got to have the courage. Like, that's what normal adults are like. Kids are just like, make me laugh. I don't know who you are. I don't care how far you travelled.
Yeah.
I'm at this festival. You're here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a really, really fun gig, man. And as I said, it's for kids and stuff, innit? So I was so nervous, and they had all these people backstage, like like the music tech
Was this
people.
recent?
This was only in, when was this? Maybe June.
That's crazy. So how long have you been doing comedy for?
So I think I've been doing it for like 6 years now.
6 years, but you still get nervous at some gigs. That doesn't ever go away.
Yeah, still get the nerves, man. And nerves are good. I get a mixture of nerves and anxiety.
Yeah.
Nerves is like when I've got a gig like that.
Yeah.
When I'm just like, oh my God, all these little kids. And as I said, if you're not making these kids laugh, they blatantly talk right in front of you. Like an adult gig, you'd be like, guys, can you turn it down a little bit?
Listen.
And they will actually be quiet. Adults. Kids were just like, oh, shut up. Nah. Like, I remember having a kid, I'd done one of them recently, and I said one of the kids was like, oh, I thought it was a comedy show. And I was like, it is, but I'm not laughing. And I was just like, okay, like, I'll throw this microphone in your head. Like, but as I said, like, kids are more, they're just
transparent, man.
They'll just say it how it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're that kind of audience, man. But when you make kids laugh, they really laugh.
Yeah,
like it's a real laughter in it.
A little while,
It's not like when you do an adult gig and some people been drinking and you get some people you do adult gigs. I've made a joke and I can see someone hasn't got the joke, but they're still laughing because laughter is contagious. You sometimes laugh, you ain't hurt. What you say? Oh yeah, what you saying? What was he talking about? Like some people just laugh anyway, innit? Yeah. But kids will laugh if it's funny. If it's not, they won't. Yeah. So that gig, I was super nervous. That's crazy, and I was drinking. I was drinking Coke beforehand because I was just, I need some sugar, man. I need some energy. Because you got to be hyped when you do these kid gigs. Hi, what's up, kids? I know, man. So you got to remember, there's so many. You got to be hyped, and you got to remember you can't swear. Yeah. And it's not even a thing where
I'll get sacked so quickly, bro.
Do you know what? Swearing for me, but it's just that thing in the back of your conscience. Yeah. If it's like on TV, they can, okay, cut. You kind of said pissed off, so we can't really. And you're like, all right, cool. Or you might say something that's might mean something else, like a reference. Cool, they can cut that. Can we do it again? When you're with these kids' gigs, you can't do that, innit? So you can't really. Even some of your jokes can't be too adult, because there's one comic. He's a really funny comic, but I think he's got this joke about shaking. What's it called again? Shaking a ketchup bottle or something like that, and. All the adults, I don't care what you say. The way he's like, you're shaking the ketchup bottle. You're trying to get the ketchup out. And I'm like, fam, that don't look like you're shaking a ketchup bottle, blood. And the kids are, because kids are smart. Some kids are sitting there like, this looks a bit gay. Some kids are like that, innit? So you even have to be kind of careful a little bit of what you have to say around them. But that gig, I was so nervous. And then you get the anxiety. Yeah. The anxiety is when you're at the side of the stage and they're just about to bring you on. Yeah. And obviously the host does the whole talking. Hey, what's up, guys? So where you from? Blah, blah, blah. You think, all right, cool. He's going to do this for about 5 minutes. Then he's going to bring me on. And some hosts, even I do it sometimes. I'm guilty because I host certain gigs. But some hosts would be, this guy, mate, he's one of the funniest comics,
so you're
man.
saying, because I do a lot of hosting, so you're saying don't heighten them up too much.
Do you know what?
Just bring them on and then big them up afterwards.
Do you know what?
That's pressure.
Do you know what there is? There's kind of getting them bigged up to know that the audience, like, look, this guy is funny. Yeah. So because obviously if someone said, because I've done gigs with like, make some noise for Mo. And I'm like, what kind of introduction is that? Like, you better say that again. I'm gonna start all over. But then you get some gigs where, like, I think I done a gig literally last night, and then they started the gig, and I was like, this guy comes to stage. This guy is very, 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 very funny. Like, he's a really good friend of ours, and I know he's gonna make you guys laugh. And it automatically for me, I'm nervous as it is anyway. But then it's just like, people are like, whoa, this guy's gonna be good, man. Like, if they approve, then
set,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. It's always nice when you get a host that just says, like, this guy's a really good comics. When he comes out, show him some love, make him feel warm, appreciate. He'll make you guys laugh. Because then it just kind of gives the audience like, okay, cool, let's sit back. He is good, so let's give him his time. But then you get some hosts that big you up. To the point where you're like, and I've only had that. I've only found that out recently, like the last 2 years. Before it'd just be like, keep telling me, I'm that guy. And then you get on stage and it's boom. But then it's like, as I'm getting older now, and I'm doing comedy a lot more, it's just more. Sometimes I've got to say to the host, like, yeah, bro, just a little short intro, nothing too.
Did you used to tell me that when I used to host Something for Sunday? Can you remember how I used to heighten you?
Do you know what I remember? I don't know, because you know what, in the back of my head,
I'm that forgettable, bro.
Do you know what? For me, when I do comedy before gigs, I'm just running through my set in my head.
You're not even really processing what's going on.
I do a lot of gigs where people like they want to talk to you and stuff. I'm not a rude person.
Yeah, but don't talk to me before the gig.
Yeah, because people are like, yeah, man, so what you going on tonight? Yeah, bruv, do your thing, cuz. And I'm like, fam, I'm just trying to because sometimes you might have a new joke as well, innit? And I'm a person where if I knew new stuff, I want it to land. I don't want to be like, okay, I should try it like this. I always think, I want it to work first time. And if it works first time for me, I'm like, cool. I like how this works. I might try and change it this way. Because you got to remember, like, a lot of the way I structure my jokes, like, I take time to, even if it's just like the odd punchline, it does take me a while to actually create it.
To set the punchline.
So sometimes in my head, I'm just thinking of like, I've got this joke in my head. I've got to make sure I say it like this. I say that bit, I pause, and then like things like that. That's what happens in my head before I do a show. And then one of your brethrens will just, yo, bro, what you say? Man like you with the crepes, yeah? Oh my days, you going on tonight, yeah? What you doing? We did 10 minutes. Hey, bro, this is the guy. And you're like, whoa, man, like you're messing up the flow right now, bro. Like, and
why don't you just stay away from everyone, bro, till you get on stage?
That's what I normally do. I tend to do
just,
that. Even before I go on a show, I just like to kind of be myself. I write a lot of my notes on my phone. I do write a lot anyway, but I have a habit of writing. I have about 7-8 comedy books, and some of them are just ideas, some of them are scraps. It's just so much paper, stuff. Bro. Yeah, man.
You don't digitize your shit on your phone.
Do you know why? Because I think with paper, like as I said, I'm never gonna lose. Like I could lose this phone right now, and it's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Lose the paper, bro.
I can't lose the paper, but as I said, it's
this
like
is all my stuff's backed up in the cloud.
Yeah, but even with things like that, I think, don't get me wrong, I'm starting to write a lot now on my phone, like notes and stuff. Yeah. But then there's this, I don't know, like
there's something like about the process of writing pen to paper. Right?
I don't know. I think I always find when I'm writing it, like what's happening. Because I think even when it's still in my phone, it's like, I'm typing it out, but it's not in the world yet. It's not in the physical. I know this sounds proper weird.
No, I get
but
it.
But it's like when I write it on the paper, on the ink, and I'm writing this joke, it's actually here, innit? It actually exists. When it's on my phone and then you put it in the cloud and you back it out, your email, it exists, but it exists in the internet.
It feels tangible on paper.
Yeah, and even like in terms of writing it, it's like, I'm writing it and then it makes me remember it a lot easier as well. Like I do write a lot. I write all the time on the notes on my phone. But when I have certain jokes, I'm trying to make it like this. I write it on paper. I try it because I can just see how it looks. And then, because as I said, like sometimes it's too easy when I'm typing and I'm just, I bullet point that and I'm gonna bullet point that and then use that bit, one time, paragraph and then put the line. It's just like, I want it to, like when I'm structuring it, when I'm writing it, it's got to feel how I'm saying it almost. Yeah. And I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like I just feel that sometimes when I write it, it makes me remember it a lot more as well.
I understand. There's a process that sticks in your head.
Yeah, I tend to just use my phone for writing notes for mainly like set structure, if that makes sense. To be like, I'm gonna do that. Cool. Because then that way I can edit it when I'm at another show and then, okay, cool. Put that in, I'm gonna do that. And then, so it's good for stuff like that. Yeah. But for writing actual material, I always old school pen and paper thing, man.
Real talk, man.
Yeah, man.
When did you decide to go full time on this? So you're a full time comic now, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, man. So I think for me, it was really, to be honest, I was broke. I'm not gonna lie. You know, some people like, no, what I had a dream, and I was like, no, bro, I was, you know what I mean? I was broke, but then I started doing shows where I was earning money when I first started, innit? So I remember doing things like Sunday Show, for example. Yeah. And they had this thing when I first started.
But this was when it was down at Leicester Square.
This was when they first had it at a place.
That's the first time I saw you.
Slug and Lettuce.
No, the first time I ever saw you is when you were hosting the Sunday Show, which was put on by Marvin Harrison and Napa, right?
Yeah.
In Leicester Square.
In sound, bro. Nah,
you done it way before that, right?
I was hosting we hosted another venue called Strawberry Moons. Yeah. And I hosted a little bit in a place called Slug and Lettuce, which was on, I think it's Wardour Street near Soho.
Yeah, I know where it is.
And the place weird, the Slug and Lettuce place now is gone. I think it's like, I don't know what it is,
they've
but it's
changed
another shop.
Yeah.
So it used to be like downstairs in the Slug and Lettuce, and it was so weird because I didn't really used to go West End when I was younger. I used to go West End, but not like, like Soho, Carnaby Street. I didn't really know about those places. And then I remember like me and my friends were going there, and I was like, I remember the first time I went, I'd done Comedy at Sunday Show. I think it was Marvin's birthday. Yeah. And one of my mates was going, and my friend at that time, he used to do music. So we used to support each other. He'd have a music show, I'd turn up. And he was doing music a lot more before me. And I used to actually be his hype man when he's on stage.
Bro, he used to be a hype man.
Yeah, I used to be his hype man, innit?
What, this is before you used to do stand-up?
Way before I'd done stand-up. Because first they was in like a little rap group.
Because you do this MC, you take the piss out of MCs a lot when you're on stage.
Do you know what? I've always been around music.
One of those guys, bro.
Do you know why? I was always around music, innit? Yeah. So even when I was like 15, we used to have like DJs. Yeah. No. We used to have like this.
Your dad being a Rasta, was he a music kid? I'm not trying to fry out the stereotypes.
No. My dad's on this music thing still. Not like not like hardcore. Okay. But he likes his reggae and them thing. My mum likes her music. Yeah. My sisters, they kind of like 90s kind of R&B. So I've always surrounded by some form of music, innit? Yeah. I like music as well. Like. I can play the drums still, the djembe drums. Yeah.
The what drums?
They're called djembe drums. They're like these African drums.
The djembe drums?
Djembe. They got a big hole in the bottom, innit? Yeah. And they got like hair around the thing. Like they got hair on the drums. It's like, I think it's some kind of skin. I don't know what skin it is. But it's like goat skin or something, innit? But we used to play these in primary school, fam. Yeah. If you played the djembe drums, it was like, you were like a rock star in primary. This was primary school, innit? Yeah. Like if you played the djembe drums, right, man, that's the guy who plays the djembe drums.
Can you play the djembe, or you just bashed them? You had no formal training? No, or you think you can play the djembe drum?
I can play them, like, because the thing is, you know what's weird? Like, I've seen guys play them. I've been at events, I was hosting an event at, where is it? Southampton University, They had a Black History show, and this one guy was playing them, some African guy. He was playing them proper, like, old school African boom, boom, ta, 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 boom, boom, ta, ta, ta. Bruv, I was itching to play these djembe drums, innit? I was like, fam, man's playing them so boring, innit, Oh my God, innit? So I had the show. I said, you know what? I don't care. So I was like, oh, what's up? So I was like, oh, can I have a go on those djembe drums? I'm hosting, innit? Yeah, what you need to do? You need to do boom. I like, get off, man. Man was like, boom, 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 boom. And man, even the guy was like, well, good at djembe drums, eh? I'm like, yeah. Like,
good at djembe drums.
Man's about his djembe life, right?
He must have been so upset deep down,
Bro, he was just like, you are so good at this djembe. I'm like, man knows about these djembe drums, bro. So if I'm somewhere and I see the djembe drum, I'm just like, bro, I got, because we used to play it on the tables at primary school, innit? So like,
I used to just bang my knees, bro.
Yeah, we used to play it on the tables at primary school, like boom, boom, it was just bare fun, innit? So I was always surrounded by music because I like playing music and stuff. Never really learned to play like piano or something.
So you were a hype man.
So I used to be the hype man for my brethren, innit? Like, it's so funny as well because first they were like a rap group, they were called SFX. That was their name. They're gonna kill me for saying this.
Yeah, go on.
Speaking from experience. Yeah. But a lot of people used to like get them confused with the college SFX, which is in South London.
Okay.
So
they thought they were just repping the college.
Yeah, but this is a time where everyone started going uni, innit? So like we was all about a year or two apart, everyone. And I used to jam with these were my brethren, but I didn't do nothing, innit? So they kind of all went the same ways. People were working, people were kind of uni. So my brethren, he was just doing this music thing because he used to produce the beats as well, innit? So he was like, oh, do you want to be a hype man for me, like for some of my tracks? He's like, you know all the tunes, you know the beats. I was like, yeah, cool, man. So I was his hype man. We done some decent shows though, man. We opened up for Skepta one time still, like.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like
sick.
This was in New Cross still, so he performed. I was the hype man and stuff, and I want that. You know, you get the rubbish hype man in it. That's just like, but that's what you saying. But they don't know. Like, I wasn't that kind. I was a decent hype man, innit?
Yeah.
So
what were you saying, bro?
I can't remember half the tunes though, man. No, we used to have this tune called LDN in it, yeah. And you go LDN. It don't matter what you're rapping for. L. So I made up the sign in it. So you got your L, that's your D, and that's your N in it.
Oh my
so
God.
I was the one trying to do that with the crowd in it, and everyone was doing it, and it was just fun for me because I didn't really have a role back then in it. Like I just used to go college and do a bit of drama and that. So yeah, we done some decent shows.
So you've always had a love for performing and the stage.
Yeah,
it's come natural to you.
man.
It's the one thing that's come natural to you.
Because we done one show with what's that woman? Terry Walker.
Yeah.
A singer. Yeah, she performed, but she was at one of the headliners.
Yeah.
I remember Richard Blackwood was hosting. He was on stage. Bare people there and that. Hey, we done some good shows. Like I didn't do it for him for a long time.
Yeah.
But there was a time he was like, yeah, could you be a high man for me? So I was like, yeah. We done one show in what's that place I think between Regent Street and Piccadilly. It's like a something cafe. It's like sort of all gold. It's like a really nice, prestigious place.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking.
It's
gonna come to me later. Yeah. Okay.
But we done a show there, innit?
Yeah.
And that was wicked, man. That was like, I was like, right, I might do this music thing, you know, like.
But this was before the stand-up.
This was before the stand-up.
Okay.
And then
So why did that end? Why did you stop doing that?
Well, it was more like my friend's thing. I was just kind of helping out as such.
Along.
And he was like, I used to go to his shows. Like, you're always here. Do you want to just help me out? So I was like, yeah, cool. We're in the thing. But as I said, we used to support each other. He used to go to my shows, and I've known my friend Louis since reception. I've known him for years, innit? So like he used to come to and I remember he was come to my show, and it was always good when one of my mates used to come early on because they let me know how it really went. Yeah. They'd be honest. Instead of being, no, you smashed it. They'll say, oh yeah, it was good, but the crowd were a bit flat, or you kind of could have said that joke better. And you know, I remember before I done Sunday show, I done Kojo's Funhouse. Yeah. Had an okay set there. Done a quick 5 minutes. My set was all over the place. Could have been better. Yeah. But it was okay. Yeah. But this is when you had to go Kojo's Funhouse and shut it down, especially if it was new. Yeah. As well, like I was, innit?
Yeah. That's an unforgiving crowd, bro.
So yeah, I remember doing it, and then I kind of took a little break, done more open mic stuff just to find who I was in comedy. Then I done the Sunday show thing at Marvin's birthday. Had a good set. I went on first. Really, really good set. And it's always hard to go on first. It's packed because obviously someone's birthday, people are really coming out. Yeah. And I had a really good set. Then they had the week, I think 2 weeks after, Marvin emailed me and said, look, we're doing this Your Mama competition.
Doing a what? Your Mama?
Your Mama competition. So basically, it said it's going to be like 4 comics and you got to cuss each other in it. The winner gets £50 in it. So I was thinking, hold on, I used to slew guys in school for free. I'll do this, £50. I said, cool, that's fine, innit? Yeah. So I was writing proper Your Mama jokes, innit? Not like, yeah, your mum's so fat. She turns around, it's her birthday. Like proper Your Mama jokes, innit? And it was meant to be 4, but it's only 2. Yeah. Me and another comic, Axel. Me and Axel done it. And like we just went head to head. And when as I said, I planned for this, innit? Yeah.
So you prepped. There's a lot of prep.
I prepped, but for me it was just like £50 just to do Your Mama jokes. Like, I'd gladly take that £50. Like, for me. Gladly take that £50, innit? Yeah. And that was one of the first. A lot of my friends came to that as well. And I remember because I had this joke, innit? And when I went in for this, I went in for it, innit? Like, I told Your Mama jokes where people was like, "Oh my days, did he say that?" Like I remember saying something like, "Oh, your mum's so nasty." Can I swear on this?
Please.
I was like, he's like, "Your mum's so nasty. Her pussy sounds like Velcro when she takes her knickers off."
Who'd you say that to? Who was that aimed
It's
at?
just me and Axel, innit? We was going back and forth, innit? Yeah. So we had a round each, innit?
Yeah.
And then I had another one which was like...
I've experienced women like that.
I think I had another one which was like...
terrible, like,
and people were going mad at these Your Mama things. Oh my days, bro. This was like, funny. People were going mad, innit? Yeah. And then he had... then I had another one which was like, your mum's like a mosquito. I got to slap her to get her to stop sucking, yeah?
You wrote all this shit yourself, bro. You wrote this shit yourself. This is beautiful.
Yeah, like something that was just kind of like me, because my friends used to rap, innit? So we was like making him collectively, innit? Just doing it at each other, innit?
See that process here when you're writing? Is that just... Are you just playing? Are you just smashing things out until it all comes together?
Sometimes more time I am. Like sometimes I just have an idea for something. I'll be in the sitting room talking to my mum, my sister about something. Blah 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 blah. I got an idea for that, 1 second, let me go upstairs, write that down. And then that sometimes happens like that. Sometimes I'll just be talking about something and then I'm like, I could actually make that into a form of material. Like, or I'm never one of them people that just like, I'm on the bus and then an idea comes. I always get ideas from when I'm talking about people. Things I see, 'cause I'm quite observant as well. So things I see when I'm out and about and I'm just like,
your comedy is observational, isn't it?
It is. It's weird because I never used to class it as observational. Observational, but it is if that makes sense. But it's just not as observational as other comics, if that makes sense. But I see a lot of stuff and I always like to talk about it. And it's always, I like to talk about more, it's the opposite. I like to talk about what people can see, but they don't say. So when I talk about when I go out, like Reuben, for example, I talk about the advantages and disadvantages sometimes of when you're going out. And I'm when you're out and then like you see that guy that's trying to get drinks.
But you get it on lock, bro.
But the thing is,
it's like,
do you know what it is?
Everything I see that you would then
because
report.
You know what a lot of the time happens, it still happens now. I'll be out and I see certain things and I just start laughing. To myself. And I'm just like, no one else don't see that. Because in my head.
Bet they do.
Because in my head.
They don't see it in a funny way.
It's weird. Like in my head, I'm like, I'm going to use that. As material. Like I might not use it right now, but somewhere I will see something. And then that's how I've always, I wouldn't say stemmed my jokes, but I kind of see stuff, process it, then I kind of make it out of something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I'll be honest in it. Sometimes it's just like, I can't really use that. But even I think now I've kind of developed myself as a comic just to start telling people a little bit more who I am. And I kind of enjoy it a little bit more. Because it's all good talking about things you see and then like when you're out and stuff and it's good, but then people kind of want to know who you are a little bit. It's like, that's good you taking the piss out of us girls going out raving. But who are you? Who are you? Do you know what I mean? So I've learned to do that like in the last, like say, just about within like the last year or two. Just to kind of bring myself a little bit more out of comedy.
It's probably a different level of your comical journey, right?
It's more enjoyable. It's easier to write as well. Because as I said, when you're observational, you're always noticing stuff. There's only so many times you can do it. But as I said, at this stage now, it's just bringing my personality and my experiences in life out. For example, I talk about my family and stuff now.
Can you see yourself not doing comedy in the future? Or is this...
I don't know. If I got into, I don't know, because I've always liked acting. I've always had a love for doing acting and stuff. So if acting took off and went boom, like before you know it, I'm in some kind of series or something like that. Because some people are like, I'm in Hollywood. Okay, cool, good luck with that. But if I was successful and I was in like a major like UK series or let's say this like something small like Hollyoaks, for example, they gave me a part in that. Then I'd be like, cool, I'm in Hollyoaks. But then I'd always want to further the acting thing, if that makes sense. I'd want people to know I'm a comedian, but I try and further the acting a lot more. But I would never give up one for the other. I'd always, if I could try and do both at the same time. Because there's a lot of comics out there. People like, let's say Jamie Foxx, for example. He can, I guess now, because he's more, acting is his thing, but he kind of stems from comedy. Even people like Lee Evans, he does a lot of acting, but his main thing is comedy. Like he does loads of plays and stuff like that. A lot of people
don't know that.
But
there's so much work going on. Right?
They do so much stuff rather than just doing stand-up. So I don't think I'd ever leave it behind. I don't.
Because you're happy on stage and you're happy doing it.
You enjoy it, man. It's a buzz you get, man.
What's the longest gig you've done?
The longest? I kind of done a little kind of one-man show.
Oh, you done one already?
2 years. Yeah, it was basically because I was leaving Sunday show at the time. So basically, it was my birthday.
Oh no, I think I remember.
Yeah, and what I'd done. What it was.
Talked about this one day at something. For
obviously,
Sunday.
I had no one to plan this for me of how to do a one-man show. So in my head, I'm thinking, how do you do it on TV, innit? Like that's how you do it, kind of thing. Like I've seen a lot of comics live and stuff, but so what I'd done. The first half was 50 minutes. 5-0, 50 minutes. Had a break. We had another 50 minutes, innit?
Bruv.
So I think I had about 6 weeks to write. And I spent the whole 6 weeks writing.
But you obviously use stuff that you've already... Some
stuff. But then it gave you a chance to really write longer material stuff that I'd never done before. Like, so you can kind of expand on the jokes that you could do. And before then, I had no one to really tell me how you do jokes and stuff. So Yeah, it was amazing, man. Beautiful. I loved it, man.
Are you working on another one?
I'm doing my Edinburgh preview.
Oh shit, when is that, bro?
That'll be next year.
Good
So
luck
I'm
with
looking
that,
to do about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
As I said, because with the Black Circuit, you're normally doing 20 anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just another 20.
Yeah.
But it's just different stuff people
Yeah.
never seen me do before. And yeah, even like in terms of like it's all being kind of planned now because I've got like new management and stuff.
Yeah, nice.
So
with
like,
the guys that look after Dane Baptiste.
Yeah. So they're really like pushing me. They're really good people as well, man. Polly and David, like with UTC, and there's about 7, maybe 8 of us comics on their books now.
Sick.
And it's just good to have people push you because I had management before, but it wasn't like not on this scale, if that makes sense. People they
so
push
are
you
actively checking up on you,
know, have meetings with them.
Yeah.
Okay, what you doing, what you're up to, how's things going, and it's not even more of just like a business side. Like they're cool, like personally. Do you know what I mean? Like because they run at the Creek Comedy Club, so sometimes I'll go down like a Thursday. They live in Peckham as well. Yeah, so they live in Peckham. So they're, you know, do you want to live? They're like, do you want to lift home? We're going our way, and you know, how's comedy going on? Do you need any help with this? And it's kind of cool to have people that. I wouldn't really say a business because I didn't really meet them as a business, if that makes sense. Even though they do manage me and a lot of other comics, they're almost like good friends that are helping you out. That's how I see it.
I think that's the best management team in general that actually care about you.
The best way to have it. People that will kind of fight your corner almost.
Yeah.
You know?
Before they came on board and you were doing this by yourself as a one-man show, was there ever times where you thought, you know what, fuck this is long.
Man.
You want to quit?
Yeah, I had that loads of times, man.
Do you still revisit that emotion, or does?
Not really. Sometimes you're just like, sometimes you do want to break. I'll be honest. Sometimes you do gigs and you're just, I'm tired, man. I gotta go Birmingham or something. Yeah. And sometimes you're in Birmingham for half an hour, bruv.
No.
You trek all the way out there, hour and a half. Do your gig. You gotta get the last train home, innit? It's like that sometimes. Yeah. And then you're just like, right, I'm tired.
What makes you keep going, bro?
It's just, as I said, like, then you get to Birmingham, you have a wicked gig. It's like you do a nice 20 minutes, people really enjoy it. And it's almost like cool, man, that's why I do it, almost. Yeah. You know, you say to someone, I had to go all the way to Birmingham for a gig. All the way to Birmingham? Yeah, I was only there for half an hour on the way back home. Literally, like, I had a gig the other day. A couple months ago. Had a gig, got to Birmingham, got in a taxi, got to the gig. All right, cool, we're going to be on any minute now. All right, cool, done the gig, 20-minute set. And I wanted to do more. Yeah. I wanted to do more, but I had to catch my train. So I'm like telling jokes, looking at the time. And I'm like, cool, well, that's my time. Take care. And like that's how it kind of was. And caught the train home. Yeah. And I'm back. Me and Lionheart done that gig actually.
Okay,
so
he was doing spoken word, hopefully not comedy.
Yeah, so he was doing spoken word. Good, so you do the gig and then you're back home, man. Yeah. And it's almost like what you kind of enjoy doing it for. Everyone's laughing, they enjoy it. You go all the way to Birmingham, people who don't know you, as I said, you kind of made their day almost sometimes. Because comedy, a lot of people don't really realize comedy is laughter, innit? And some people are in places in their life where they come out to a comedy show to forget things.
Escapism.
You know what I mean? Just enjoy themselves. You know, if you're working 40 hours a week or even more, and then on Friday night you're going out to a comedy show just to laugh. You've had a long day, you've been late, your boss has been on your case. This 20 minutes that I'm going to do can just really lift you up. I feel so much better, man. I really need that laugh. Or you don't know what happens in people's life as a comic. Because as I said, I just go on stage. I don't ask no one no questions. I just do my set and that's it. But what you'd kind of... It's so weird because sometimes the coolest people I meet, especially when I've got gigs, especially going to them, is like, you know, I want to do like taxi drivers. And I always find like some of the taxi drivers, like I had this one guy, I can't remember his name is, but he was so cool. He was like, what, you know what you have? It's a gift. So I was a bit like, okay. And it kind of made me realize what I do is kind of special in a sense, because he's like, you know, sometimes some people, they are having a problem, you know, their friend is dying, you know, you do 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. You make them happy, they're smiling, they laugh, they have a good time. and like,
bro, you were him right
like,
then. I've met this dude. I swear
and I was sitting in the back of the taxi, and I was like, do you know what? Maybe my job is quite special. Like.
Yeah, man. And it is, bro. It really is.
And I never really I have looked at it in that way before. Yeah. But then it does I remember going to that gig. I was rushing to get there. I was late. My card, I would put it in the cash point. And I think because I'd used it 5 times or something like that. Santander's got some rule. Once you've used it more than 5 times, you can't use it until 12. And I was going out that night, so I was dressed up in what I had on. So it wasn't the usual attire to go out for a comedy gig. I had a shirt, blazer on, some jeans, some shoes, had a bag just for the shoes to put my other stuff in. And I was just like, I don't feel comfortable. It's not what I wear to gigs. Got to the gig, got a taxi, got a train, then got the train. I was in the wrong place. It was just so much kerfuffle. Got there, had a wicked gig, and I remember that taxi driver telling me what he told me, and I was heading back then to a friend's birthday party in the city, going out raving and stuff. And it was just one of those nights where I was just like, it wasn't so much going out raving afterwards, but like from what him saying to me, it was like, even though I had all that madness and I rushed, I had a really good set. I remember when the set was over, it was just like, this is almost kind of what I do it for, kind of thing. Yeah. Like
me and Rod, my friend Rod, I don't know if you met him, my closest friend, we used to go to Kojo's Comedy Club back in the day when I used to work at Nagdan. Every Sunday we used to go down there, and we used to love going there, bro, because what that would do, we'd enjoy the night, but then for the rest of the week we'd reminisce on that night. So we'd share those moments. So you guys, in essence, just provide us with happy moments that we just recycle and recycle. Man. So that's how I look at it.
Do you know what, it's weird? I think now because you've got this whole Twitter, Facebook kind of generation, people like when I've done a gig, like people tell you when you're good. So they'd be like, oh man, I went out, you were so funny, blah blah blah. When you're good anyway. Not everyone's got Twitter, but you still know that, you know, sometimes I do a gig,
immediate feedback,
and I've forgot about this gig, innit? And people 2 years later will be like, oh mate, I remember seeing you 2 years ago and you said this joke about thing. Oh, that was so funny. People remember, do you know what I mean? And I don't even remember. And I'm like, bro, where was that? Like, I can't remember that. Oh, you can't remember? Oh, mate, I was crying. And you're like, sometimes you don't realize what you do. Because I said, like, when you're a comic, you have a set, you take your set around, you might change new jokes and you change it. But, I remember even when I done like my one man kind of thing, and that was my first taste of doing a one man show. And even like people I don't know have been like, mate, I came to a one man show. I thought you were so hilarious, bruv. Me and my wife just loved it. And I was just like, right, why people with wives come to my show? Like, like I didn't know it was, do you know what I mean? But as I said, like, I do enjoy what I do. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. It is hard, and sometimes you do kind of want to quit. But then you realize what you do it for and what it can just change and stuff. It's a nice experience to have.
Sick, bro. Listen, you know? On that note, bro, I'm gonna cut it. We've been talking 1 hour 20 minutes.
That's cool. I didn't even feel like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you're passionate about something, because I got to go and host them on a House of Waltz gigs now. Down the road. I don't know what you're doing now. You're welcome to come down.
I'm gonna go check the missus now. Still.
But bro, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
I'm trying, man.
It's great to see you when you're on stage, and just in general, like you seem to be in your element. And when you're in your element, you smash stages, especially the ones that I've hosted, the ones I've seen. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I think
it's a beautiful thing to watch.
I think when you're a comic, like I'm a person where I always have to kind of, you got to strive for the best. I just think that's a life thing. You know, if you want to be whatever, I think career-wise, innit? Because obviously everyone has a 9 to 5 or jobs that they just do and they don't like it. But if it's your career, you want to paint, be the best painter you can do, innit? If you want to be a graphic designer, just do it. Like, as long as you've done your job and you look at what you've created and like feel satisfied with that, man.
Yeah, to your standards.
To your standards, not to, like, I do sometimes gigs and some people have constructive criticism, which sometimes I agree with, sometimes I don't. Oh, you could have done that. And I'm just like, do you know what? I enjoyed it. If you want to have criticism, then that's you, innit? I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it. But when you enjoy it, just go for it full force, man. Do you know what I mean? Because as I said, like with comedy, when I started doing jokes and I started enjoying it, I said, you know what, this is what I want to do. And I still do it now. Do you know what I mean? I do gigs and that, do a quick 10 minutes, and then they say, yeah, make some noise for Mo, blah, 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 and you hear that big cheer. It's almost one of them feelings where if you could Sky Plus those moments, mate, my box would just be full of those moments, you know.
There, bro.
So yeah, man, like you can't buy that. Do you know what I mean? No matter how rich you are, you can like have people that write for you, but when you do those gigs, like, you know what I mean, you can't. There's some moments you can't actually buy in life. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you gotta just enjoy that shit, bruv.
Sick, bro. If I can ever help with anything on your journey,
do you know, it's always weird, like, because I have things happening, but I never have things happen, if that makes sense. Like, I always have gigs and shows, but I never have like I'm not that guy that's just like, yes, I got this coming up, man. So yeah, you guys got to come down and
Yeah.
Because I've started doing my own comedy night.
Yeah. Cracking up comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just
down in bedroom bar.
Yeah, feel free to come down, man.
Yeah, no, I've seen your Instas, but I have never had the time to come down. I'd love to come down. When's the next one?
The next one's 11th December. A little Christmas party.
2004.
Yeah, a little Christmas party.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to just get everyone just to come
just
in
chill.
general,
yeah,
kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
And I'm always a person where if you're saying, yo, Mo, I got a woman, can I bring her down? Bruv, bring her down, man. I ain't gonna charge you. Some people will charge those still.
No, of course, it's a business, man. I don't make a living out of it.
But but come down, man. You know what I mean? That's like more things where I wouldn't really call my. I'm never a favor person. Like, yo, what's up, Reuben? I need this favor, yeah. I need you to host this show for me for free, yeah. Because I'm never that guy, innit. If I can pay, I will always try.
Same with me.
But it's just more like, if you're free, come down, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're free, come down.
I would never expect to come down for free anywhere.
No,
like,
but you know what it is?
I
think for me, like, I always like.
It's a blessing if it's free.
Do you know what? I think for me, it's like even there's some gigs that I go to, and I always ask. And I was like, look, I'm going to come down. It's all right if you can get me on guest list. If not, I don't mind paying. Just want to know, is it? I'd always just ask just to be sure. Because I've gone to some stuff. So what'd you pay, man? What'd you pay to be on guest list? I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's fine. Can I get my money back? Like, is that possible now? Like, no, we can't do that. I just had to pay everyone. Okay, cool. But no, because I think for cracking up comedy, I'm trying to create something in terms of comedy, just kind of merging. There's a lot of like mainstream acts and a lot of like, I wouldn't really like to call them urban acts because I don't really think that's fair.
Underground.
It's just more, not even underground. I'd say that a lot of black comics that aren't getting. They're just not doing that mainstream circuit, but they're just as funny as some guys that I know in the mainstream. I'm just trying to bring it together. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to do it with the audiences that come in terms of not even races, because some people see it as like, yeah, man, I got some white people come to my show, so my show's cool now. It's like, it doesn't matter though. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what, the white guy could live in Brixton. What does that mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
it's mixed up in London.
It's just
as well,
more for, because like comedy is a collective. Everyone likes to laugh in it. And what I'm trying to do with cracking up comedy, it's just more trying to bring people of different ages together. It's not trying to build a young show, young brand. I want people, if you want to come with your mum. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, like I'm trying to do that because some people are like, nah, man, it's not cool to go with your mum. Bring your mum, bring your dad, bring your sister. I'm trying to just do something different with comedy at the moment because I feel like with the urban circuit, I enjoy it. It's fun, but the route it's going down with comedy is kind of repetitive. It's quite repetitive, material-wise, audience-wise, and it's just like I'm not trying to be like, I'm the guy to start off something different, because sometimes my show does run a little bit late, but like as I said, it's just more the content. I always make sure that people are enjoying themselves. Have you enjoyed it? Thank you for coming. And as I said, it's like the last 3 have run over, but no one's ever complained just yet. And said, oh, it's too late, I want to go home. So it's things like that, the small things, the really fine details of shows that need to start changing. And even like what we laugh at, it's all fun laughing at the guy trying to go at Reuben wine a girl. It's good, but you do that at somewhere else in Suffolk, they're like, what are you talking about, mate? Like, do you know what I mean? So just like different ages, races, types of people, come down. Innit?
What's the website for that?
It's on Eventbrite website, just cracking up comedy. So man, I always try and because it took me a long time to do this show. I've been planning the show for ages, but I needed the right venue. I didn't know if I had an audience as well that would come. But
it's only one way to find out. Do it.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because you don't know until you've done a couple. Because the first one, people are going to come out. Oh my God, it's going to come out, man. Yeah, it's me, you. And a lot of friends come in. Cool. Second one, they've heard of the hype for the first one, innit? Yeah, I'm going to come, man. Yeah, bro, cool. The third one we done, I was so nervous because ticket sales weren't popping until the end. And people started coming and it was a good night. Most probably the best one we've had so far. So the Christmas special one is, for me, is like, I'm super nervous.
Really?
Because it's like, because I'm doing a Christmas party. It's more of a Christmas after party for people that don't go to Christmas after parties as well. Because obviously not everyone works in an office for them to go to a Christmas party. And everyone wants to be like, yeah, where'd you go for your Christmas party? Nowhere, because I freelance. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm trying to have that. I'm trying to build that, you know, come down. If you're just, I'm trying to just get loads of poets and singers and people within that I work with within the entertainment world, just to come down, show some love. Feel free to, you know, watch some comedy and just chill out, man. Just hang out, man.
Down, bro. I'm gonna come to my team, man. It'll be good.
So yeah, come down, man. Come with your brethrens in that. Bring some ladies if you want. It's always a nice. I'm not saying because it's my show, but there's times where I sit there at the show and I'm like, raw, like I created this, you know, like
that's a good feeling.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, and it's. I think the first show for me was surreal because seeing all these people I didn't know and they were buying tickets and I'm seeing these names and stuff and I'm like, I don't know these people, like. And they all came out as I think there's about 130 people we had. Yeah. And it was just amazing to be like, I don't know these people. The second show was even more surreal because it was a lot more mixed as such. Because the first show was just a lot of my close friends coming down, family. Second show, like, I was just asking people, where are you guys from? Yeah, we're from Yorkshire. I'm like, you're from Yorkshire? Like, he's like, yeah, we're in London for a couple of days before we come down. And I'm like, how old are you? Like 45. I'm just like,
that's beautiful.
Crazy.
That's beautiful.
But things like
bringing
that,
those people together,
and things like that, and then comedy, it just shows you. And I'm seeing them laughing and enjoying themselves, and you know, like just mixing, like, you know, the young culture with not so much the old culture, but you guys can still laugh at what some of the jokes we laugh at. Don't feel that because you're old, you don't have to.
There's no boundaries,
you know. Literally, man. So yeah, man.
Cool, man, bro. It's been beautiful.
Thank you, man.
Best of luck with the future endeavors, bro. I got your back, man.
Thanks for having me, man. This was fun still.
All good, brother.
This was fun, man.
Find out what you're here to do and go and do that. Because before you know it, you're gonna be dead. Aren't you? And you know that I know that you know it's the truth. Come on, get up. Do you, please. Thank you.